Now it is headed towards Texas, and we are watching it closely, Bill.
So closely, ECs. You know, this forecast has been changing so much. And remember that we were doing a lot of landfall prediction with this storm still on the Yucatan Peninsula, so it's expected to change. And now with it over the open waters of the Gulf, we're going to watch how the steering currents behave. One thing we use is called the cone of probability. And I had the opportunity to sit down with Dr. Michael Brennan. He's a director of the National Hurricane Center in Miami to talk about that cone of probability and the likelihood of landfall on the Texas coast.
The cone is just a graphic that shows you the probable track of the center. We're going to have impacts that occur well outside the cone, especially when we get within that watch warning time frame. But for folks, you know, up into the inland portions of Texas near the San Antonio area, the hill country, you're going to be looking at rain as the primary threat. That's usually the biggest threat inland, and the rain bands can extend well away from the center. The axis of that heaviest rain will shift around depending on the exact track. So we don't know exactly what areas are going to have the biggest risk for, say, flash flooding impacts. But there's certainly a broad risk across much of southern and eastern Texas as we go from Sunday into Monday and Tuesday next week.
Yeah, the operative eastern Texas, unfortunately. It really looks like there's going to be a good shift on where that rain comes together. The latest on Tropical Storm Beryl tonight entering the open waters of the Gulf. Models now pushing storm landfall farther up the Texas coast, which means rainfall forecasts are dropping for San Antonio and the Texas Hill Country. You can see the storm producing winds sustained of 60 miles per hour. Tropical storm. But the wind gusts are going into Category 1 status of 74 plus, and we should see some strengthening by Saturday and Sunday. The center of circulation is right here, just now emerging off the north shore of the Yucatan Peninsula. You can see the thunderstorms blowing up. They'll start wrapping around this center a lot tighter out over the open waters of the Gulf. And keep in mind, once in the center of the Gulf of Mexico, that water very deep, very warm, and we should start watching the pressure drop, which means strengthening, and that pressure is near 1,000 millibars tonight. All right, now the new projection. You can see Saturday, 65-mile-per-hour winds, some slight strengthening expected, but by Sunday it'll be significant. We should get it back up to Category 1 hurricane status with winds 80 to 85 miles per hour. The change on landfall forecast tonight, moving it farther up the Texas coast. The 7 o'clock advisory had it coming in right about here, closer to Port Aransas, Corpus Christi, but now it's more like Matagorda Bay and might be up into Bay City and then traveling north before taking a hard right towards northwest Louisiana. That would mean the quiet side for San Antonio, the metro, as well as Austin. The Texas Hill Country might not see any rain off of this system. I mean, look at it fall off a cliff as far as rainfall totals. You can see 1 to 2 inches, maybe an inch to an inch and a half in San Antonio and the metro. The numbers go up quickly when you move farther to the east. Now a look at future radar. One of two models I want to show you. First one's going to get this rain on the coast by Sunday afternoon. I would think maybe midday the showers will begin, but then they'll pick up and widespread coverage is expected through mid-afternoon. Look at how tightly wrapped the rain becomes as we get to Monday and Tuesday, traveling north of Houston. But there's a second rainmaker. Outside tonight, southeast winds near 10, 92 feels like 96. Here's rainmaker number 2. That'll be here first tomorrow. As this front sags a little farther to the south, watch the showers and thunderstorms develop in daytime heating around 2 to 3 p.m. Decent coverage across the hill country, dropping into the city through about 4 or 5 p.m. So a good shot of rain. And now that second model. Let me show you what is expected on landfall. Look at Bay City. Here comes Beryl as a hurricane at 4 a.m. Monday, making landfall right around Matagorda Bay. 14-day forecast time. Tomorrow's rain chance 40%. We hit 96. Nothing but sun and 97 Sunday. No chance of rain. Now the Beryl rainfall running at 40% to 50%. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday into next week. It should be dry as temperatures climb back into the mid-90s. Sports is next.